name is Jytte Fredholm Ferreira, and I'm a wildlife photographer, amongst other things. I've been doing wildlife photography now professionally for about 15 years, and during my photography I also integrate animal communication to get better contact with the animals. I also do anti-poaching and tracking, which is part of my dedication to conservation. My eye-to-eye collection, which is a collection that I'm very fond of myself, the animals within that collection has got a direct connection with me when I'm taking the picture, and some of these pictures are quite emotional. I've had people, when they see those pictures, burst into tears sometimes out of emotion from what they're picking up from the animal, and that is one of my great purposes with this collection, is to connect, is to build bridges between us and them. I've been thinking about creating a new collection called Love, and it is connected to my previous collection, Eye to Eye, but in this new collection it is important for me to show that there is an immense love between animals, and that we are not the only ones that experience love and connection to our kin and to our family, etc. And when I'm out in nature, I experience and see so much love. Animals, in my eyes, are sentient beings, and they're capable of loving intensely. And many animals, they grieve for their young for a long time, such as elephants, for instance, and they can grieve for years. We need to look at these creatures in a different perspective, where love is universal. I just returned from a trip to Botswana, where I visited the Okavango Delta, which is one of my favorite places. It's very, very beautiful. And this was now the rainy season, so it was very green. I don't think I've ever seen it that green. It was beautiful, but made it a little bit more difficult for us to move from place to place, because a lot of the roads were flooded, etc. But exceptionally beautiful.
We just got stuck in mud right now, and I didn't film any of this action because we're actually a bit stressed out with a serious rain cloud coming, and the situation was a little more serious than what we would have liked.
I got the mud of the steering wheel, and I'm getting the mud of the actual where we're gonna sit.
Could have been worse. We could have spent the night over there.
Scale of 1 to 10, how bad was that?
This was on a scale, I think this was about 8 actually. It was quite bad.
It was a solid day.
It was a solid getting stuck. I did get a few really nice pictures, especially with the leopard and her cub, which was absolutely beautiful. The interaction between them, and what length she went to really interact with her cub. She was like chewing off pieces and throwing down to the baby.
Yeah, that was cute.
Actually, I didn't realize that the baby was still down there. But how incredible was when they both started tumbling on the ground.
Yeah.
So she was making huffing sounds, and then she just jumped down, and it was like a cue, you know. They were both in the tree, and she went down and she lay in the grass, and with beautiful little sounds she started calling him to come down. and it almost was like a game. So she called him and he would climb down slowly, and he would then run up to her and like make a mock attack, and they would roll around and lick, and you could see that there was a definite love between them. And it's not just an instinctual behavior, but it's a sentient behavior. The plan while up there was not only to take photographs, but to also do some experiments with music and to see the reaction of different types of instruments with the animals, with the aim of using it for their benefit in times of possibly distress or whatever. Flute was definitely not a popular one, whereas piano, soft, gentle piano music seemed to get a really nice response in the way that the elephants chose to linger longer close to where the music was playing. When an animal can do that, they are also showing us that they are sentient beings. They have an appreciation for things that people might not even realize. It can take years before you get those very pictures that you're looking for. Diane Fossey dedicated her whole life and existence to the animals that she was working with. It's very easy to see why. I do understand why, and I think that is the same reason that I've dedicated my life to do what I do. I love being there, and I'm always motivated to take photographs and to interact with the animals in any which way I can. So I think that's where my heart belongs, really. So motivation is not a problem for me at all.